In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to use the storage drawer mod for Minecraft. Let's get right into it. So to get started, let's put down a drawer. This can hold up to 32 stacks of items. You can just right click them like that. If you have multiple stacks in your inventory like that, you can just double click them. It'll all go into the inventory. So these drawers can be split into 1 by 2. Each of them will hold 16. 1 by 4. Each of them will hold 8. It basically divides by 2 every time this divides by 2. Next we have half drawers. Each one of these is going to store half of what this one would store. So half of one, that would be 16 stacks. Half of it split into 2 would be 8 stacks per drawer. And then half of this would be just 4 stacks for each drawer. Now here's where the mod starts to get interesting. If we put down a drawer controller, then I can just go right here and double click, and everything that was in my hotbar that can go into one of these drawers got stored. And I can just take it out like that, put it back in, and then I can just click it into the controller or the drawer itself. So next we have the drawer key. If we click on this or any one of these, you could even right click this to change all of them to be the same. Then that means that no one else on your server will be able to access the items. You'll still be able to access them and put stuff in, but no one else on your server will be able to. And then next we have the quantify key. This will simply tell us how much of each thing we have, so we can have 128 of that, and then only 1 stack of this. The concealment key lets us hide or show our items. So let's say you're on a server and you don't want to show everyone what kind of items you got, and you don't want them to be able to access it. Well, then you can do both of these keys. And of course, if you have the quantify key, it doesn't really matter on here because you can't see it anyways. Let's say you want to store something up here, but you don't want to put a drawer in the middle. So here there are 2 options. You can either use a trim. There's one in every wood kind, just like drawers themselves, and this works. But if your mod pack doesn't let you do that for some reason, you can also use a drawer controller slave, which does the same thing. This can also go after drawers. If you have a drawer here and a trim there, then you can go on for however long you want to in any direction, as long as it's connected to the controller and it's not outside of the 21 block range. Now let's get into drawer upgrades. If we shift click here, you can see there are 7 upgrade slots. If you click on this, or you can just go right back into here and put them in like that, you can see that they upgrade the base value. Now this goes for these, but there's also a downgrade, which brings the base storage to a single stack, which means that you can store less if you wanted to use that for some reason. And then there's also the void upgrade, so if you've got a ton of items and you just want to get rid of them, you can kind of use this as a trash can for extras. And then there is the storage upgrade, and you can take out and put in infinite storage just for creative mode. And then the conversion, which makes it so that you can convert items that you have. So let's say if you've got this in here and you have logs, then you can just put them in here like that, and it will automatically convert it into planks. And then you can use a redstone upgrade if you want to emit a signal when you have completely total storage. You can also do it for the least full slot and the most full slot. You can also make it glow in the dark, and that's how it looks. And then you can also show how full the storage is, just like that. And lastly, the compacting drawer lets us compress items automatically. You can see if we put in our iron nuggets, it gives us back iron blocks as well as iron ingots. So we can just put all of these nuggets in and then take out as many blocks as we need and as many ingots as we need. Then you can put them back in and then just pull out a bunch of nuggets. So this can be used if you need to compress things, but you will need to put in the least compressed one first, and then it will automatically fill up those ones. Anyways, guys, I hope you've enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.